If you've been paying attention to some of our recent releases inside the Shade app, then you'll know we've released custom objects as a new feature inside Shade. And what custom objects actually is it's the ability to model your business that exists outside of your assets right inside Shade. Think of it like a lightweight Notion, Asana, Monday, or even a HubSpot. The process is super intuitive from everything the engineers designed, but it's just a lot of information. However, it is something that an LLM is uniquely qualified to be able to do for you. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to set up your first custom object using the Shade MCP. If you don't have the Shade MCP connected, you can watch this previous video up here or here. Once you get the Shade MCP connected to your LLM of choice, then you'll be able to use it to create custom objects inside your Shade workspace. Now, really, when I think of a custom object, I'm thinking of a broad category of my business that I want to track. In this case, let's say we're going to want to track players for Team USA in our World Cup drive. So unfortunately, the USA has been eliminated from the World Cup, but I still want to build out a custom object for Team USA players. So I'll simply tell Claude what I want to do. Create me a custom object inside the Acme Films workspace in the World Cup drive. This custom object is going to be named Team USA Players. And what I want you to do is build out the full roster of Team USA players in that custom object. When it comes to attributes, I want to basically track anything that the regular depth chart would track. Things like age, height, weight, position, whether they're starters or they come in off the bench, the amount of goals that they've scored in the international team season, as well as in World Cups specifically. I also want a relation attribute, but in this case, we're going to leave it blank. And then that will allow me to manually connect assets that relate to each specific player, or later I may ask you to do that as well. But for now, let's just build out the custom object. So simply by asking it to knock this out for me, I can hit enter. And now literally Claude is going to create this custom object inside Shade. And so you can literally see here, it's listing the workspaces, looking through the specific drives, and finding custom objects. And while Claude is working on that, I actually want to show you another example of how I've done this in the past. So in our Notion workspace, we have a content calendar, and that content calendar tracks what's going up on social media platforms, as well as what's going up on our YouTube channel. And I was kind of roughly managing that off and on, but I wasn't really good at staying consistent with it because I'm mainly editing videos. So I decided to build out a custom object so that I would have everything that's in our main content calendar in Notion also here in Shade, because I'm already in Shade all the time. So now what this will allow me to do is, one, see everything that is happening in the content calendar. So I can see everything here that has happened in the past couple months on the content calendar. And it even brought over the status, different drop downs like the organic / paid, the type of video that it is, the platform it went to, all sorts of things like that were living properties inside Notion. It just brought them right over inside this custom object right here in Shade. And all I had to do was connect the Notion MCP and then connect the Shade MCP and ask Claude to look at the content calendar inside Notion and then recreate it inside Shade and bring over all the properties and their specific drop-down options in the same way they appear inside Notion. And it did it right here for me. This is like the final example. If you want to see how this actually worked, you can watch the Shade MCP launch video, but this is literally how it all came out, and it's pretty incredible. And now I've actually set up a scheduled task so that at the end of every day, Claude will go in and sync both content calendars. So if I make any changes inside Shade, then those changes are going to be reflected inside Notion and vice versa, which means I don't have to think about changing both platforms anymore. I also don't have to think about going to Notion specifically to make those changes. I could just stay within Shade where I already am as a video editor. I can make changes to this content calendar here based on the actual projects I'm finishing and making changes to. And then Claude's just going to make sure that they're synced on the back end. And just like that, the robots have come back to us with all the results that we asked for. We're getting a little summary right here inside Claude telling me what it did. And now we're just going to go in to Shade and check out what it actually made. So we'll go to that workspace and we'll go down to the World Cup drive. I haven't made any custom objects in here previously, so I'm interested to see what it did. Here, I've got my Team USA players. I'm going to open that up. And right here, I can see all of my Team USA players, and it's done a great job of building this out for me. I think what's really cool is that it decided to do a drop-down menu right here for the different positions, which I think is pretty sick because if someone's status changes, then I can manually change it, which is fun. I'm also curious to see, yeah, okay, we've got Matt Freese as our goalkeeper. He's our starter. Interestingly enough, I think there was either Chris Brady or Matt Turner that ended up not starting. I heard some mixed reviews on who should be starting, but I think Matt did a great job. Unfortunately, we still lost, so what are you going to do? But yeah, like the whole team is right here. And the reason this would be helpful is because then you could track specific assets to each specific player. So if you had a highlight for a specific player, you could tag that to them right here based on the related asset. So when you click in, you can select a specific asset and then you can tag it to that player. Right here, I've got an Alex Freeman goal. So I'm just going to go ahead and manually do that. We'll go down to Alex Freeman right here, and then we'll go in and we'll tag this Alex Freeman goal right here. And just as we asked, we can see all of the international goals that they've scored as well, and all the World Cup goals that they've scored. So yeah, this is pretty powerful. And when you start to think about modeling your business inside Shade via custom objects, then the MCP is going to be a crucial tool to actually make that happen. And just a reminder about the MCP, you can connect it to any LLM platform that you end up using, whether it's ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you're using, you can connect the MCP to it and then access Shade through that. So that's a great starting point for you to actually build out custom objects using the Shade MCP. So let me know in the comments what you're going to do first with the Shade MCP, if you're going to build out some custom objects like this. And if you want to watch previous videos about the Shade MCP or custom objects, you can check them out on screen. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and thanks for using Shade.